9:30 and I am really tired. But I know you all been waiting for an update, so I'm going to give you a quick update here. Let you know how things are going and how things went during the first check, which was already a couple of days ago. And I apologize for that, but I made some notes on my phone here during the day of things I wanted to mention to you. So it's crazy out there. I don't know if I'm a bear hunter or a zookeeper, because it's absolutely bizarre the number of baits that are going bonkers right now and how much bait I'm going through. So last night I ran and got some more trail mix. I bought everything that Lucky 7 in Grand Rapids had, which was 5 barrels, and also ordered in from Wildwood Bear Bait. They were out of trail mix, so I got 4 barrels of granola from them. I think I've got 6 barrels of trail mix left out of the 2.5 tons that I started with, and I've got multiple baits with 6, 7, 8 bears on it, and bears are fighting at the bait. They're eating the bait together, and I know I've heard before that when times are tough, the bears will actually share food, and I kind of always question that, because it seemed like they would fight over whatever's available. But I'm actually surprised at how many baits I have where bears are just sitting there eating together, which you rarely ever see. I mean, there's some interaction and fighting going on. Out of the 21 baits that I had out, I had 6 baits that were not hit after the first check. So those of you who guessed that 15 out of 21 would be hit, you guys were correct. Now we've already been over them the second time, and I think we've got 3 left that have not been hit, and some of these are slow starters every year, which is really weird. Actually, a couple of them are, but also some of them that started slow were ones that were brand new this year, which of course you would expect it maybe take longer for the bears to find them. But it's strange that some of these baits just start slow every year. It takes 4, 5, 6 days to get them going. And that's a question I'm going to ask you to answer. If you have a theory on why that would be, leave a comment about that. You know, I feel like they're not off location. It wouldn't really be that, but maybe it's that. Maybe it's not. Maybe, I mean, the location is good after the bears find it, because, you know, once the bears find it, next thing you know, I got multiple bears on it. But why does it take them long to find it each year? Strange, but I'd like to hear some ideas on that. I have no idea the numbers of bears that I've got out there right now on all these baits, but I know that we're filling 30-gallon barrels that is empty within 24 hours, and that's routinely happening. So I'm going to be putting second barrels on some of these baits. The bears look kind of bony, and a lot of them are really pretty thin. But they're really surprising how fast they fill out once you start feeding them this really super high carb, high calorie food. And we've been starting to put stands out. We got 9 tree stands out today, and we got quite a few more to get up. I just decided we're going to put stands on the ones that have shooter bears on them, which at this point is most of them have multiple shooter bears on them. Been working in the woods every day, which is lots of fun. And it's hard work, man, but you know, you get home sweaty and you need a shower and a good meal and stuff, but it's so rewarding, and it's just the stuff I enjoy. There's always some drama. Been really good and stuck once or twice. Once really bad, and had to go get another 4-wheeler and winch it out. A couple other times we've been almost stuck, but there's some pretty muddy spots on some of the trails. They're typically not very bad, but we've got some absolute super tankers. I mean, I've got a small number, but really, really big bears, 3 or 4, just absolute giants. And a couple of them are completely nocturnal. A couple of them are showing up in the daylight, which is encouraging. I really don't feel like dragging one of those bears out of the woods, but if somebody shoots it, I'll be thrilled, and I'll drag it out. We'll get it back to camp, and then we'll deal with it. The other thing that I've seen before that's happening out there is that the bears tend to really wreck the barrels if it runs out of food. They're climbing on them. They pull the lids off of them. They chew up the rings that are supposed to hold the lids on. I don't know how many of those rings we got in the dumpster, the garbage can out here right now, because so many of them have been bit off, and it's just hard to keep the food to them when I can't run every bait every day, and they're going through so much food right now. I don't even want to think about how much money I've spent on bait this year, and we still got a long ways to go. So it's crazy times, but it's good times. And I'll tell you what, it's a really good year to draw a tag. That's all I got to say. So, and we'll bring you another update in a couple days, and do leave a comment, about these slow starting baits that turn out really good after. I've got baits that literally, I'll tell you an example. 2 years ago, I had a bait that I put out, and it sat for 7 days, and I finally completely gave up on it. Went back there like a few days later thinking I'll just got to go in there and pull that barrel and that camera out of there, and I went back in there and it was cleaned up. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and bait it, and sure enough, I come home, looked at the camera, there's one really nice bear on there, and after 7 days that bait just blew up, and we ended up killing a couple of bears off of it. So I guess I'm still learning. I'm sure you are too, and we will see you in a few days.